bring this meeting to order. Leading our pledge tonight will be Board Member Corey Young. Thank you, Mr. Young. In our moment of silence tonight, if you would join the board as we continue to remember Baylor Bramble, one of our student athletes from Siegel High School, who continues to be hospitalized, and also the innocent life that was lost in Paris. Keep all of those individuals and their families and our nation in our thoughts and prayers, if you'll join the board. Thank you. Okay. Tonight, we're meeting to go over our Director of Schools evaluation, Mr. Don Odom, and directing our minds will be, I guess your title is Senior Counsel or Deputy Director, Executive Director, and Senior Counsel for the Tennessee School Board Association. So we will welcome Mr. Randall Bennett tonight. And Mr. Bennett, you have the floor without the timer.
Mr. Chairman, I've got it right here. You want me to start?
Well, we're not going to operate it tonight. We're going to give you whatever time you need.
All right. Well, I wanted to come back and present the results of this year's evaluation to you. We had 100% participation. All the board members filled out an evaluation form, got it back to me, and I was able to get all the numbers plugged in and come up with this final instrument. And if you would, everybody's got a copy in the blue folder. Everybody did get a copy, correct? Okay. If you will, just turn to the first page and I'll run through it generally. The first section, as you can see, the rating scale is a 1 through 5, and this mirrors what the teacher evaluations, the sections that we have. We have significantly below expectations is a 1, below expectations is a 2, meets expectations a 3, above expectations a 4, and significantly above expectations in 5. We talked about this a couple of years ago and how it would be nice to have something consistent with what the teacher evaluation scales are, and so we're looking at this as a 1 to 5 scale with those descriptors there. As you can see, pretty consistent on board relationships here. 471 on everything except keeping the board informed of employment, promotion, dismissal of personnel. That's a 4.29, but still above expectations and leaning towards significantly above expectations. The total for that entire category is a 4.63, so that's a very high score on that. Community relations, this is even better than that. The total for that category was 4.74, and you can see number 4 got particular note from you all as a board. Develops cooperative relationships with the news media, and I know we all know how important that is because we want to make sure that the news media gets what they need, and we're open and straightforward and honest with them because it really helps them to see how our government operates. So that's excellent too. Staff and personnel relationships, as you can see, that generally hovered around a 4.29, but the total for the category was 4.31, and the top score there was on number 2 of that, treats all personnel fairly. That was a 4.43. So you got a 4.31 for the entire category. Facilities and finance, that one was really consistent. Most of you scored Mr. Odom generally right at 4.57 total on that, but I mean, as far as you were very consistent in your markings on that. So the 4.57 for the entire category there, which is an excellent score. Vision, as you can see, number one got the highest ranking there, 4.86 for works effectively with the board, staff, and community to develop long-range strategic plans, and that entire category was 4.54. And for student achievement, as you can see, we varied between 4.43 and 4.57, with a total for the category being 4.49. Looking over on the last page, we've listed all of the scores, and we averaged those scores, and the overall score for this year's evaluation was a 4.55, which is up slightly from last year. Mr. Chairman, I forgot the exact ratio from last year, but it's definitely up slightly.
It's half a point with it from 4.49 to 4.55.
Okay. I knew it was up last year, so that's a good indicator when somebody's been in a position like this for a number of years like that, to be steady and even moving up at times, I think says a lot about Mr. Odom and the board's relationship with him. As you can see on the last page, all the comments that you all included on the evaluation form, I did put on this last page, and they pretty much speak for themselves. I didn't change what you all had to say. I just put it and spell checked it, because my typing is not always the best. So I did spell check it to make sure that all the words are spelled correctly. And if you catch me in one, I'll have to go back and fix that tonight and send you an updated copy. So if you find anything, you let me know. But the comments were very positive. Obviously, a lot of people are a lot of you all are very impressed with Mr. Odom and the way he runs the school district here. And as a Rutherford County taxpayer, I just simply like to say that I love to see the harmonious relationship between the board and the superintendent. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship, but believe me, when my phone rings, 9 times out of 10, it's problematic as far as the relationship between the board and superintendent. I get a lot of that. I do a lot of counseling on that. I talk to a lot of board members and occasionally superintendents on that. And the fact that you all have such a good working relationship, I think bodes well for Rutherford County schools and those of us who live in Rutherford County and pay taxes here. And I want to thank you for the harmonious working relationship, because I think it's very beneficial to us all. So that being said, I'm going to stop talking and answer any questions you might have of me.
Mr. Bennett, you do several of these through the course of the year. Would you consider this one of the more superlative evaluations?
I would. And generally, anytime you get an overall score like this, I think you're getting in the superlative, because you're on the upper end of the scale with a 4.55. That's over halfway between 4 and 5. So, you know, you're going between above expectations to significantly above expectations, and I think it's pretty significant, because I see things that are a lot worse than this. I really do.
Mr. Hodge and Mr. Holliday, and we've all been through several of these, and as far as the format and the questions and the opportunity to respond, I've really enjoyed this format, and I appreciate what you have put together, because it gives us really an opportunity to to share our thoughts with Mr. Odom and publicly with the outstanding job that we think he's doing as our director of schools. Board members? Mr. Hodge. Anybody else? I think probably the numbers pretty well speak for themselves, Mr. Odom, and and I too would like to express my gratitude, as Chairman Hodge has, that we appreciate how you keep us informed. I don't think any of us like surprises, and you either, and you keep us in the loop, and that makes our job easier. And we all ran for this position, and we enjoy serving, but I don't know that I would enjoy sitting in your chair. I'd much rather sit in my chair than yours. So, but and I've known you for a long, long time, and I'm grateful for the job that you do here, and the results that our children or our students receive under your leadership. And again, I'm grateful for your service to this community. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, our goal is to prepare students for tomorrow's opportunities. That's our mission. And I'll have to say, for this board, I'm like you, Mr. Bennett, I'm around a lot of other superintendents and things, and you hear the conversations and all, and I've never experienced a situation where this board, again, for the students of Rutherford County, and they come together. They really come together as a unit. They are not afraid to ask the questions that need to be asked when something comes up. They inquire. They want to know. That's their job. That's why they're elected. But when we come to time to make a decision or an initiative for Rutherford County for the boys and girls, the 7 members of this school board, they draw together to make it happen. And that's not true everywhere. Not at all. But they have it for the public and people that are listening in the audience. Their heart and mind is what's best for the boys and girls of Rutherford County Schools. And we try our best to function as a team. This board functions as a team. At the school level, professional learning communities, administrators, based on their grade level, they are professional learning communities. So you can do so much more as a team than you can individuals. You know, there's an old saying, I believe Bill Taylor or something made the statement, you know, individuals win games, teams win championships. So when we work together and we build a team together, then you get good results. And that's what this board is known for and has done, and serving Rutherford County so well, the people that are sitting at this table tonight. So I appreciate your confidence in me, and I always solicit your feedback. There's a point or two in there that I need to look at, you know. I'm first to say that. You have to look at that and see. So, again, I thank you. I thank you for the boys and girls of Rutherford County for what you do, the hours you spend, the time that you read over materials and look at issues and face all those questions from your constituents about why do we need this dollar or that dollar, and why can't the zone line be here instead of there, or could we get a bus to run earlier, or something related to that. So, you know, used to be said there's 2 ways that you kind of get to people, through their pocketbook and through their children. Well, hello, the school board does both. You know, so it's kind of one of those things that you're caught doing. You're certainly, people are concerned about their children, and our budget is the largest in Rutherford County because we're one of the largest school systems in the state of Tennessee. So their hard work is what's making the difference for the schools. So
If you can get us out of portables, you'll get a 5.
we're working on it, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Together we're working
Yes,
on
sir. Yes, sir. I
it.
bet
There's going to
you
be 15 of them maybe at John Coleman. We get that one open.
I should have said trailer classrooms, huh, Mr. Evans? So, okay. Well, again, thank you, Mr. Odom. And Mr. Bennett, well done, organized, you know, expedient, and, you know, we know exactly, I think Mr. Odom knows exactly where he stands, and we know where we stand as a board. And again, superlative evaluation, and again, grateful for your service and the Tennessee School Board Association and doing this evaluation for us.
Well, thank you for including us in the process. I want to thank all the board members. It's not always as pleasant as it is when I do this here, so thank you for making this fun for me.
Thank you again. Board members, anything?
I appreciate your training for board members. I mean, the issues surrounding education and the needs, and when you have your conferences and get a chance to get together, the legal conferences in the summer, the one that you just finished, the state conference in Nashville, all of these people are basically, a couple of them have been teachers before, but a lot of laymen involved in it too. So people don't realize what an asset something like Tennessee School Board Association is to people that are trying to serve in this position. The opportunity to be with board members from other parts of the state. What are you doing? This is what we're doing. What works for you? All of that exchange, the networking that goes on, and the educating of our board members too on a lot of the issues and things that we face. So my compliments to you and Ms. Grissom. Take that back for what you do, because what you do makes our director's job easier and certainly expedites arriving at decisions and things that we need to do. So thank you.
I'll certainly pass that along.
Since you brought that up, school board members are the only elected officials in the state that are required to have continuing ed. And I'm grateful that we are, because, you know, like you said, only 2 of us are actually professional educators, and to have the modules and the seminars that we have through TSBA is just outstanding. Ms. Joyce, I hope you're not going to get mad at me, because we're probably going to do something at the next board meeting, but TSBA has a boardmanship program, and all the different levels in all the classes and activities and everything that you have to go through. And this weekend, our Aaron Holliday joined Chairman Hodge and myself as our newest Level 5 board member here in Rutherford County. And I'm sorry, I just had to go ahead and announce it tonight. If we could, we need to congratulate Mr. Holliday with a round of applause, because that's a lot of work. And we're grateful to have that program. Mr. Hodge started us off, and then now we're all trying to catch up and be Level 5s too. And Mr. Hodge will tell you, as I will, that is a difficult endeavor to achieve that Level 5. And we're hopeful that other board members will continue to work towards that. So, Ms. Joyce, I beg your forgiveness if I stole your thunder. But again, congratulations, Mr. Holliday. Well done and well deserved. Okay. Any other comments before we dismiss this evening? So, okay. Great job, and again, congratulations, Mr. Odom. And our next meeting is December the 10th. We will see you then. We stand adjourned.